Alrighty guys, how the heck y'all doing this morning? So what am I talking about today? Well, right here this morning we're going to talk a little bit about what we do to get our tractors warmed up so that they'll actually start. Oh, yes, I'm in the shop, but my shop's not heated. The walls are insulated, and I've got this insulated tarp that comes down 12 feet from the ceiling down, but there's about 2.5 foot gap here at the bottom. The ceiling, on the other hand, is something to be desired. It's not insulated. Like even there where that tin is, it's not insulated above. Over here it's wide open. It's lose a lot of heat out there, even when I got the heaters going. So what do we do for the tractors? I really should turn the lights on so you guys can see better. There. So, Big Blue, the transmission heater in him is buggered up. So what I've been doing is this magnetic heater, and I just took it to the house and put this other cord on it because the cord that was on it was hooched. It cracked open with this cold weather in 4 different places. And then after that, all he's got is a standard block heater in the side of the block. And everything is plugged in, and I know you can't really see this, but there's a cord right here, a blue cord, and then the block heater cord. They're all connected right there. And that blue cord goes to the back end to right here, this blue cord, which is connected to this, well, in the camera looks orange, but it's actually a pink cord. It's got a 3-way up here. And when the transmission heater is working, which is this cord right here, that, and plugs into this, and that way when I plug it in at the back end here, I just one plug and everything is good to go. He actually also has glow plugs in him. On Little Red is a different story to some extent. He does also have a transmission heater, but I don't think it's working that great. But the biggest thing with him is back in there behind the tarp, and I know it's hard to see. And the way I got this tarp on here, I'm gonna have to undo everything to get in there. But he's got it inline. Focus, you bugger. There we go. He's got an inline circulating heater. And now with it super cold the way it has been, I plug him in at night and he stays plugged in. Normally I would just plug it in for a couple hours at minus 20 or 30 and he'll fire right up. But he starts pretty fucking good with that circulator on him. Now, there it is. So yeah, I suggest to anybody for a daily use tractor, get a circulator, inline circulating heater. If you're in Canada, you got a PV Mart or something like that. You get over there, you pick up one of them suckers, get it plumbed in. You gotta plumb them in so that the intake is lower than your lowest port on your engine. And then on this guy, he's actually plumbed in so that it flows through the heater core for the cab, which runs up in through the top of the cab. And then it just circulates the water. Basically, the cold water draws into it through the bottom, and the hot water pushes up and circulates around that way, and it warms the whole engine block. But yeah, get one of those and you won't have trouble with your tractor. This guy parked outside with that heater on and he'll start. But without that heater, if it was just a standard block heater, this guy don't start in the wintertime. That's why we went to that circulator. Oh, fucking thing. Look at that. Wrapped it right around that friggin' son of a... Anywho. Okay. We gotta go and check on some cows. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll get this tractor out of the shop. And I'll bring you back a little bit later. And yes, it's still cold. It's this morning at 6 o'clock it was minus 47. So we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, so obviously we're back out in the tractor and we're taking feed out to the cows, but chores at the barn are all done. One water bowl is frosted up. So when I get done out here with this, I'll go back and check on it. But like I was saying earlier, like for us, I use the circulating inline heater. Works really well. As far as the hydraulics go, well, that just takes... You work the hydraulics in and out, up and down, open and close grapple, so on and so forth. And that oil gets warmed up. You just take your time and then you'll be good to go. You can see my driveway here, how it all blew in. It was a lot worse yesterday. It was completely closed. But anyways, some guys are using Wabassos. They basically, I don't know much about them, but you don't even need to really plug them in at all. They have their own little diesel heater, and they run off a little bit of power off of the batteries on your unit. The way I understand it, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but and then they just fire up and they're like a circulating heater also. But if your batteries are weak, the darn things don't fire up. And I think they actually have a temperature that you set them at, and they will only run for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I heard a couple guys saying you could get them up to 2 hours, but that'd be it. Where a circulating block heater, you know, if it's minus friggin' 50 or colder with a wind chill, or wind chill values of minus 50 or colder, if you got power, a power source, you can plug this circulating block heater in and have it plugged in 24 hours a day if a guy wanted to, right? You know, so as long as you got battery and as long as you got power, battery to start and power to run that circulator to heat it up. It's a 1500 watt. You can get bigger ones all the way up to, I believe I seen them as high as 2500. So, but anywho, these girls don't look too bad now. Some are laying down, some are eating. Imagine most everything will be empty because it was so bloody cold. Anyway, we'll get out here and we'll see what it looks like when we get there. Talk to you then. So what the heck have we got going on here? Well, they're about half empty by the looks of things. All frosty and snow covered. Probably 2 buckets would top these off. I would say probably 2 buckets is all it's going to take. The bucket I had on board, I just dumped it in the porta feeder. I'll just work my way back and forth a couple more times and all will be good. So, okay. I'm gonna push a little bit of make some snow ridges out here since I'm going back and forth anyways. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Later. What? What? You know, you're not getting more grain. You already had it today. Okay, so cows are all fed. Excuse me. Made snow ridges. And like I said before, we had one water bowl that frosted up. So we poured some water in it. It wasn't necessarily hot water because it was from the other bowl, but it's water. We covered it up, and it's been sitting here covered up, heating up on its own just from the heat element in here. So let's see what's going on here, right? Come on. Well, that on top of there. Gotta go this other side. Cows are thirsty. Oh. Come on, girl. See if she'll come in with me standing here. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And they're not gonna. I'm gonna have to pull the tarp out completely. I'll pull it out. I'll bring you guys back in a minute and I'll pull it out and we'll see what's going on here. And there. Now it's working. And now they're gonna fight. And this is, see how she's kind of slobbery, drippy? She just got a little bit of a drink. And that's why we get so much ice buildup around the water bowl from the livestock. What, Sheriff? What? It's from them slobbering. Here, I'm gonna watch this. See that? With the bulls, it's not so bad on that side because normally they got water quite readily and they don't fight so much. So they come, they drink, and then they leave. But with the cows, we'll end up with usually 10, 12, 13 at a time. And they come and they drink. And it's a 50 head bowl. And that's basically if they could drink from both sides. But we've got 60 head drinking from one side. And that's why we got so much bad crud buildup. Hey, boy. Tie this twine on here a little better so that they don't monkey around with it and send it off somewhere. Now I got a knot in it. Wouldn't you guess? There we go. Look out, girl. Coming through. But it's working, so I'll have to cover it up again tonight. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this round bale feeder. So it's a square feeder. You could put big square or small, big round in it, but it's also cradled all the way around. So the bulls have had this feeder now for a couple weeks, And there's like next to no, there's very little waste on this feeder. And you can see that. It's 5 feet tall. And then the bale never sits completely on the ground. It's got these bars in it here, go right across from all 4 sides. And then these bars here that cradle the bale on all 4 sides. And that's a gamble crop bale. It's got a little bit of everything. But anywho, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know what's going on for the rest of the day at this point. But if something interesting comes up, I'll let you know. It has warmed up. But it is still cold. I don't know what the temp is right now, but it's definitely warmed up. So we'll talk to y'all later. Okay, guys. So just so you know, and lots of you, here's a good one. Go back in my videos, and I believe the video was called Just a Bad Trip to Winnipeg. You definitely have to go back and check that video out. It is from, I think December 19th or something like that of 2020. You guys want to see that video. But for anybody that's new, I've been having lots of problems with our Dodge 3500 Ram with the wheel studs. Go figure. Check this out. FCA, so that's Fiat Chrysler, okay? This is a recall notice for safety recall number Y26 Transport Canada wheel studs. Yeah, the truck is booked in for next week to go get it all inspected and make sure everything is on the up and up. And actually on this paper it says if we've experienced problems with the wheel studs on our truck and we can show proof that we've purchased new wheel studs, we can get reimbursed. So now I'm digging around on the phone and on income tax stuff, CP actually. She actually was digging around in the income tax stuff.
BP and papers don't get along.
Yeah, BP and paper don't get along too good. Trying to find invoicings for every time we've purchased wheel studs. And then there was a few times where the wheels had to be replaced also, because when you bust a couple wheel studs, the other ones got loosened off and the holes on the wheel got slopped out. Anyways, yeah, fun. We'll see if we get anything back from them. And yeah, I am slowly but surely working on the beard thing. Anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on here now. Fun. Let's get her done. Talk to you guys later.